AP, the reimbursement dietitian, here to simplify the reimbursement process for all dietitians and CNSs looking to accept insurance. And today I wanted to deep dive into one of the big mistakes I see dietitians making before they even start this whole process. So super important to dial this in. So today we're talking about something super juicy, the CAQH application. Because let's be real, this thing can be confusing as fuck. And I see so many of you guys not complete it correctly. And unfortunately, it actually can significantly delay the credentialing process. So, fun fact, you may not know, I have had a CAQH profile since 2007, and I have helped hundreds of dietitians complete their own profile. So, needless to say, I know a thing or two or three about CAQH. So, in this video, I am going to define number one, what CAQH is, because I was actually on a coaching call the other day, and I started using all these acronyms, and I realized that, just because I knew them, you guys didn't know them. So I want to clearly define CAQH. Then what I want to do is I want to talk about why it's important. I think for most dietitians, if you guys know the why behind something, you're generally more likely to do it correctly. And then number three, I want to walk you guys through the top three main mistakes or dynamics or ways you guys are thinking that I think is actually slowing up the credentialing process for you guys. So what is CAQH? So think about CAQH like TSA PreCheck of insurance credentialing for dietitians, right? So it's basically like a universal online application that stores all of your information. If when you applied for your dietetic internship, you used something like DICUS, remember, like DICUS held all of the juicy deets, right? So in our world of insurance, CAQH will have things like your license, your NPI, your malpractice insurance, resumes, references, blood types. Okay, not that, but it actually feels that way. So insurance companies use it to verify exactly who you are, what credentials you have, and if you're actually legit to get credentialed. So instead of sending your story to 17 different insurance companies, you are going to upload it once to CAQH, and then you need to authorize it for each plan to review it. Okay. But, and this is where we're going to go deep today, you do need to keep it clean, updated, and sexy, because one expired document or missing signature and your app is in credentialing purgatory. And we all probably have been there, including myself at some point, but this is a place that we don't want to be. So the way I want you guys to think about CAQH is think about it like your digital passport, right? Your digital professional passport. And we need to keep it current. We need to treat it right, and it opens up the gates to the glorious insurance companies and payments we are seeking out. Okay, so that is CAQH. I'm not even going to really go into detail what the actual acronym means. Think about it like basically like your resume before you apply to the insurance companies. Okay, so now I wanted to get to the top three things I see you guys doing. Okay, and so first things first, CAQH is not a set it and forget it situation. Okay, I know I've kind of alluded to that, but it's not a one and done. Okay, a lot of dietitians and CNSs think you fill it out once and then you're done forever. Nope, wrong. Try again. CAQH is a live, ongoing profile that the insurance companies will pull data from whenever they're credentialing or in many cases re-credentialing you. So this means if you move offices, this means if your license number changes, this means if you now have a NPI type 2, right? You have to update CAQH to reflect this information. With that being said, if you are updating your addresses with the insurance companies, CAQH is not the only place that you do that. you update it first in CAQH, and then you need to go to all of the insurance portals. So I just want to keep it real. I do want to keep it on task about CAQH, but if you do need to update your address or any other information, it is not just in CAQH, but first and foremost, you're going to go in CAQH and do it. So I would highly recommend, if you have not already, setting a calendar reminder every 90 days. So that way you can save yourself headaches and rejected applications down the road. So that is tip number one. Tip number two, you have to upload all of your documents, okay? Let me say it louder for the dietitians in the back. You cannot just click submit, okay? There is a whole section based on your state where you need to upload legitimate documentation that is current, okay? And it's really going to depend on your state. I don't know why I'm screaming. Um, so like, for example, it might be your state license. It might be your certification in your state if you're in a state that does not have licensure. It may be your CDR card. You have to do your malpractice insurance. Certain states will require CEU certificates. Certain states will require references. Certain states will require your resume, which is bananas. But we need to make sure that for our state, we are following the proper information and uploading it correctly. And even if something like your name is spelled wrong on one thing, it is possible. Say on your liability insurance, like your name is spelled entirely different. Maybe it's your maiden name. There is a good chance that if these things do not line up, then boom, shake the room. Your CAQH may be denied. So CAQH, think about it like a petty girlfriend. So you want to keep your docs clean, make sure they're all scanned in, and save them all in a desktop because you will need those types of information ongoing. Okay. Number three, I also see a lot of you guys this is a part where I see many people kind of go off kilter. So just having a CAQH does not mean the insurance companies can actually access it. So you, my friend, need to authorize each plan to view your CAQH profile, like manual with your little human hands. So if you applied to Aetna, say, or Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you are still waiting months later, I would highly suggest that you check CAQH because chances are you forgot to authorize them, and now your application is literally chilling in limbo. In certain insurance companies, for good or for bad, work in very finite periods. And so like they may only give you 30 days and you did not check back to see reasons why, they may cancel out your whole application. Okay. So what do you need to do? You need to go into your profile and authorize the plans, every single one you applied to, right? And so by doing that, it is literally a crisis averted because everybody now has access to your insurance, into your resume, basically. Okay. So those are the top three things I see you guys getting wrong. Number one, you do not treat your CAQH like a living document. Number two, you do not put in the right documentation, or if you do, it is incorrect, maybe has misspellings. In number three, which we just chatted deep about, was essentially making sure that we are giving them authorization. If we are not giving them authorization, you may be sitting on your ass wondering what is going on when the reality was you did not do the thing that you needed to do. Okay, so I see a lot of you guys make these mistakes and it breaks my heart because I know how much of a pain in the butt the CAQH is. So if this video made you go, what the fuck? I had no idea CAQH was this serious, then it is time to get serious about your insurance game. I created a badass reimbursement coaching program that walks you guys step by step through CAQH, credentialing, billing, all of the insurance shenanigans so you guys can start making the money you deserve as insurance-based dietitians. And in true Amy P fashion, I offer a free trial. And if that's not enough, I offer a 30-day money back guarantee. So if You want somebody to hold your hand through this entire process. Amy P, reporting for duty. Go click the link below this video, put in an application. Like I said, on average, I would say we take about probably 40% of the applications we get. We really want to make sure you're a good fit, but go put in an application. And then you and I, my friend, will be on a call and we'll see if we are a good fit for one another. And then we'll get you right started. And I promise you, there will be no stressors like whether or not you completed the reimbursement section for CAQH correctly. So I'm Amy P, the reimbursement dietitian. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, money makers.